What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It's his I, James, redoptionagency.com. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. All right. Just give me a little update today. We're going on 1:30 p.m., so almost halfway through my day. I'm at $269, so not bad compared to yesterday. Yesterday was really bad, had a lot of errors on the website. I noticed things like the sales weren't working properly. Promotions weren't working properly, along with Seller Hub not loading properly, if at all, getting the whole blank page again with disconnect or whatever it's called. So a lot of issues went on yesterday. I only made it up to $487. That was my third lowest in the last 31 days. Only like 39 sold, so pretty lame yesterday. So looks like they did shut down for maintenance overnight last night. I had 3 sales in 12 hours. So a huge shutdown, but a nice big rebound since. So hopefully something's fixed. My number of items is still not fixed. I think I finally hit 58,000 items. Let me just go into that all over again. And it's only showing 55, almost 56,000. So still a couple of thousand items are missing. I've been noticing, at least over the weekend, when I would say upload 20 items, 100 would, this number would go up 100. So that just was weird to me. I'm not sure, like, I can't explain it. So, like, the 2,500 is now down to 2,000 because I've been listing. So as I listed 20, 100 would appear. So what's causing that, I have no idea. Also yesterday, I turned off my hat sale because I noticed it wasn't working properly, and a lot of the hats that I had ended and sold similar did not was not being added to the new listing. But yet my sales listing said I had 19,000 items added to for sale on my hats when I only have right under 14,000. So something was off there. It almost seemed like when I ended and sold similar, I know this was a problem where you would end a sale, but the sale would still show up. So I don't know if it was still registering that my ended items were on sale, and that's why there was 19,000 there. I'm not sure. So I ended that yesterday, started it back up this morning. It seems to have the right number now. So whatever that glitch or problem was, I have no clue. And yesterday also the promoted was kind of goofy, so I ended the promoted. I put like 15,000 on promotions and it only registered 800, so I ended it. Turned it on this morning and it seems to be working, but it's only saying I'm promoting 44,000 items instead of 58,000 items. And then when I go to add another sale to grab those, it's saying there are none. So for some reason it's not registering 10,000 plus items, 14,000 items. I have no clue as to why there, but it has seemed like the promotions have been having problems this past week. So I have no clue what's going on there. So did it get fixed overnight? I don't have a clue. So yeah, pretty lame weekend. 589 Friday, 680 Saturday, and then the 487 Sunday. So what I decided to do today is we're going to be going into fourth quarter, coming out of the summer. June and July were always my slowest months. So I started with the turning my promotions back on. And I'm going to try the new. I had to turn my off-site promotions off because when there was a huge problem with the promotions, my 5.89 return on ad spend went down to like 1.2 or something. So for some reason there was a huge drop there, which kind of indicated that promotions was having a problem. So I went ahead and just turned that back on just now. So I'll check that in a week and see if it's working properly. Also, I decided to try the new promotions on the store. and doing $5 a day at that. So you promote store, and it supposedly puts it in like this area right here that you see. And then it showed like a banner up at top also. So I was able to promote my store using a coupon, which I thought was kind of cool. That's why I went ahead and went through with it. So the buy two, get two coupon I have on media, I'm able to promote my store with that coupon. So I feel buy two, get two should drive a lot of traffic into the store. Hopefully that will turn into sales. As you just saw, this one changed right here. So hopefully that will drive more sales, and we'll see. And then in about a month, I'll start my Facebook ads up again every quarter every fourth quarter except last year. I usually do a promotion of about $300 a month on Facebook ads. So I got about another month before I start that up again. But so that's where I'm at right now. So trying different things. If you want to see some of the items I have sold, we can go into sold here and look at some of what's been selling today and this weekend. Alrighty, so and a lot of the normal. I just sold this to somebody in Puerto Rico, so I don't think they've paid yet on that. So still waiting on payment on that. And then of course we've got the normal. It's good to see some hats start flying out this morning after I turned that sale back on. So as you know, when I ended and sold similar on everything but media, 2,500 items vanished. Now I'm down to 2,000 that are still vanished. And then, as I said, the sale didn't kick on everything on the hats. Only some of the hats that I ended and sold similar that day. So it seemed like those items maybe were the ones that got lost. I have no idea. But as I turned on the sale this morning, as you can see, I started getting hat sales. Sorry, this morning. So I'm glad to see that pop up, because this past week my sales hats were in the toilet. It dropped, almost 40%. So it's good to see just even this morning all these different hats have sold already. So that makes me feel like that something changed overnight when they shut down for the maintenance, that they were able to fix something. So that's at least a positive. Some Christmas ornaments, some beaded Christmas ornaments. I remember like these bells made out of beads when I was a kid. When we would dress the Christmas tree at my aunt's house every year, I remember we had some of those ornaments that I put up, because I remember them being such a pain in the butt to put up because the hole was so small to get them onto the thing. So that sticks out in my mind for some reason. Some patches, cassettes. So hopefully we can get back to the feeding the beast feel and get back up to 60 plus items sold every day. Because this past week I did my biggest item, or my most sold, was 66. The next biggest was 53 items in one day. Yesterday was only 39. And then on Wednesday I only had 38. So this past week has just been a total turn off from even the week before. Week before my highest was 77, my lowest was 34. But there was only one in the 30s that week. I had bought. Did I make a video? I went into. I think I did, didn't I? I don't remember. I don't know if I did or not. I went into the thrift store Friday and spent $20. They have 15 media items for $10, so I bought 30 pieces of media for $20. And this was one of them. This counted as two. But so I spent $20 and bought this and a bunch of vinyl and some CDs. And if you cut that in half, that's $12.50. So I've made $12.50 back so far on the 20 just on those items there. So, and what's been cool, and since I'm getting into that, my new phase is almost going backwards. the way I used to look at eBay and the business. I'm trying to rewind to 2010 mentally and go, what was I doing then? What was I? But with smarter, because I don't want to create all that debt over again. So just doing it smarter. So I've been actually buying lots of CDs off of eBay with a lot of hard rock and metal stuff in it, stuff that quick turns over pretty quick. I think my average cost on the stuff right now is pushing $1. But with most of it, I'm going to get, I think, $10 plus with the shipping, $10 plus out of it. There's going to be some in there that just didn't, it's going to be just normal crap. But just doing it to promote the buy two, get two, getting some of the media that will drive clicks and drive sales when it comes to hard rock and metal, and like rap also. So I've been just going through, and I bought 4 lots so far of CDs that I'm waiting on, and we'll get those listed. Some more DVDs. So yeah, stuff's when we get. I love the CD thing, or this media thing, buy 2 get 2 with the coupons, because it's, especially when it gets back up to 70, 60 plus items every day. Like I didn't hit 60, I hit 60 once last week, but because that's when it feels like feeding the beast for me, and I can just keep going and pushing and listing. And now with my new listing goal, where I can want to list 200 each day plus whatever I sold that day the week before. So like 239. I got to get 250 items up. 253 items listed today, so that's what I'm going for. But I already have I've got 899 in my draft right now that I got to add details to. So I'm working on that. So I got a whole new layout of how I'm doing that. Where Saturday and Sundays is nothing but picture taking for me. On Saturday, I'm taking nothing but media, since I have tons of it. And Sunday, I am taking pictures of clothing for the new store. And then with the extra time, I'll probably take pictures of hats for this store. So on top of that 253 I want to get listed today, I also want to create more drafts today. How realistic is that? I don't know yet. We will see. But here's a piece of vinyl from that vinyl collection I bought in the yard sale. If you saw the little video where I picked up all that VHS tapes, I think I only listed about 15 to 20 of them so far. The rest of them are in drafts waiting. But I've sold 3 back already. One at $14.99, one at $10.99, I think one at $10. So what is that, $35? Cut that in half. So I've already made 15 plus back on the 60 that I spent that day, just off of 3 items that I've sold. 2 Thomas the Tank VHS tapes and this baby Einstein. So I'll try to get the rest of that up. No, I'm going to get the rest of that up this week. There's no trying, James. You're doing. Even if you have to stay up all night, you're doing. I got a sinus infection coming on again. So if my videos are kind of sporadic this week, that's why I can smell it in my nose again. So I haven't had one since last year. So this is my first sinus infection of the year, I do believe. Which kind of sucks. I think I got an email from the person who bought this. I didn't save it, but just sent me an email thanking me for the videos that I produce. So anytime I get those, it's much appreciated. So thank you. Got a drawing book there, some more vinyl. I think they canceled this one, so I think it's relisted. Sold that globe. Where did I pick that up? Picked it up at a yard sale. No, the Benz. Picked that up at the Benz. Because I remember somebody else wanted it from me, or thought I was going to throw it back. That's what it was. So I'm like, no, I'm keeping it. An 8-track lot that's sold. So yeah, and as I said before, if you don't know, on the $6.99 stuff, my profit, it's not the $3.50, it's $1.67. So I make $1.67 to $1.68 per item on those. But when they add a bunch to it, like I think this was a lot, I did a lot of, somebody bought a lot of 8. So it's buy 2, get 2, and then they did it twice. And that $1.67 jumped up to, I want to say it was $2.23 a piece. So that's a pretty significant jump, I thought. Just if somebody doubles up on the buy 2, get 2, that it takes it from $1.67 up to basically $2.20. So that's almost a 60 cents piece increase. And the reason is that because of that is because of medium mail shipping. Well, because it's almost the same to send 4 as it is to send 8. So it's the same to send 2 as it is with 4. But I think to go to 8, it adds maybe $1 extra on or something like that. So that's the difference that it makes. So the more that sells, the better off I am. So that's the plus about this process. And then too, when they add, somebody comes in and buys the $11 stuff, then that's even more, obviously. There's one of the Thomas the Tanks that sold. Oh, maybe I sold 4. No, maybe it was only 1 Thomas the Tank, 2 baby Einsteins. Maybe that's what it was. Okay. Because the first one I remember taking an offer for. Okay. I finally sold the Garfield Pirate. Jan found that at the bins, I do believe. And another lot that sold here. Seemed like they picked a $10.99, a $6.99, a $10.99, and a $10.99. So just even these little reusable bags. I will use these at like I said before, when I go to the bins, I find bags that I think I can resell. And sometimes I'll just find these little reusable bags. You can only put a few items in them, but then you can turn around and sell the bag for $7. Put $3.50 in my pocket. Actually, probably more because I know it didn't cost $5.99 to ship that. Well, average, it's 50% as right now. So we're just calling it the average. Some sock monkeys. Vintage Nike bag. So that's where I am here on this store. Oh, finally, yeah, that's right. I found a bunch of these promo flats at the bins. So I got like 16 left of this one. One time. These are things that record stores get. We used to hang them up in the record store to promote the album when they come out. So I found a bunch of Debbie Gibson ones at the bins probably 3 years ago now. So I haven't sold many. I probably sold maybe 3 total, 3 or 4. So when I sell one, I get excited because they cost nothing at the bins. They're paper. So yeah. So if things get back to normal, like I said, this 4,500 items in 90 days should go up near 6,000 again, and that's where I was when everything was working properly. So that's kind of an indication of where I'm trying to get back to is 6,000 items. So it's 2,000 items sold every month. Let's go to the new store. So the thing I'm doing with the old store, I'm doing with the new store also. So it's to list how many I sold the same day last week. Plus, instead of 200 extra a day, I want to do 20 extra a day. So my goal is to do over 100 listings on this store every week. So as you can see, I got my draft pictures taken on a bunch of clothes and shoes. that I plan on working on this week also. And it's because I haven't put, it's been about 2 weeks since I really put anything into this store. So if you see here, I've got a lot of days. Before I was having sales every day, and then it just kind of stopped on July 5th, and I started having skipped days. But yesterday I made it up to $78. So we'll get some more listed today, and we'll try to get this number up. So we're doing about a little over $1,000 a month on this new store so far, with only 500 and something listings. So we'll get that up and get that number rising too, because I always forget to add this number in with like the big store numbers. So I got to remember that going forward, because instead of putting the clothes in my big store, I'm putting them over here now. So these numbers will matter more and more as I get more, as the store gets bigger. So whoops, I'm going all the wrong directions. I was going to go into what sold. Trying to find an easy way of doing it. Oh, here we are. We're already there. Duh, James. So some of the stuff that sold here recently. Got this very distressed Iron Maiden shirt from 2019. I mean, it had holes in it. You can barely read Iron Maiden on it, but I figured that would still sell. Vanquish fitness t-shirt. Some Jordans I picked up the bins. Brooks Brothers pants. Eline Fisher Speedo slippers. So very slow going over here, but like I said, I haven't put no time into it in the last couple of weeks, so we'll get into that. And what I want to do next is get a bunch more books, because books, I'm going to make books one of my foundation items over here. And I've never really bought too many books before, unless I bought out like a church sale. So I never put a lot of time into books. So hopefully going forward, I'll find more books at yard sales and stuff and start getting more into books. I'm going to use that as one of my foundation items, along with t-shirts in this store. So that's the goal. I think I've sold 2 books so far. The one you just saw, and then that one I picked up at a yard sale. And then magazines also are going to go over here. So that's where I'm at today. This is where I'm going. Right now I'm still listing. Just started. I got 19 items up. It started halfway through my day, right? 19 items up so far. And I've got 5 more here. But I'm going through that to get my 253 items listed today. And I got to take Pee-wee to the vet at 6 o'clock to get some blood work drawn, so they can keep they make sure they keep looking at his liver, since he's on all this medication, so his doesn't cause any damage to his liver. So that's what I'll be doing today at 6. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So all right, I think that's about it. Just a little update on what's going on. So some of the promo CDs I put up this morning. So all right, that's it. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and I will see you all in the next video.